Well, good morning, stamping friends. I hope you guys are all doing well. My name is Lorri Heiling, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm really excited to share with you today. So we dropped off our son last weekend in Flagstaff, Arizona for college. I am super excited for him. Oh my gosh, if you could see the dorm I had when I started, he's actually in an apartment for his first year. They don't allow, or they don't require freshmen to live on campus. So he and his friend got an apartment, and it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I keep telling him they have to peek in a dorm to see what life could have been like, but it's 2 bedroom, 2 bath, and so much room. So I'm really happy and excited for them. But I'm not gonna lie, I definitely have a pit in my stomach. Oh, it's just so weird without him here. I'm just used to, him coming and going. So I don't know, did you guys go through that, or were you, celebrating, or were you crying? I'm kind of in the middle here. I haven't really cried too much because I am excited for him, but it's just a weird spot to be in. But anyway, life will continue. We will get used to this. So that probably means I'm gonna spend a little more time in my craft room because I'll have a little bit more downtime. So anyway, well, let's get started with the project that I want to share with you today. I hope you enjoy it, and let me turn my camera around real quick and we'll get started. You're in for a treat today because it's not something that I typically do, but I will share with you in just a few minutes. But I just want to remind you about Celebration. I'm not going to go through the catalog again because I know many of you have seen this. Almost every time I do a video, I show you this. But there's many, most of the products are still available in here. And there's stamp sets and paper and dies and just a really nice variety. But I want to also share with you the additional things that are available that were added in August. And my printer, I apologize, is not the greatest. I need to change something in it for the color ink cartridges. And so I need to work on that. But you can kind of get a general idea. This is the Timber 3D embossing folder. There's a flower die that's from Flowers of Home dies. This is silver foil paper. We have the gingham embossing folder, dots and spots die, daffodil delight dies, the seashells 3D embossing folder, these cute little gift boxes, the aspen tree dies, and then brush metallic. But I think these might be sold out for a little bit, but I believe it's coming back. So those are just the extra things. And then the other thing is, the best deal of all is just to sign up to be a discount shopper. You can purchase for only $99. You get $125 worth of any product that you want. And it just has to be in a current catalog. And you will also, during Celebration, get this additional planner thrown in. So this is just a really great deal. Look at how cute this is. And I just think you'll really enjoy that. If you're into calendars and planning and to-do lists and stuff, it just is very organized. It will be easy for you. So those are the little things that I wanted to share with you that's going on in Stampin' Up. And now we are going to get to the paper pumpkin for August. Now these already shipped, and I don't always get paper pumpkin, but this one, I love the sunflower set that we used to have that's no longer available. I use that stamp set so much. So when I saw what this one was, I'm trying to see if we can see it any better. Oops, I guess I probably shouldn't show you my address, but you can send me a card if you want. I'm not real particular about that, but I'm just going to open this. I love doing reveals, and I get to share with you, and I see it for the first time as well. So let's just open this up and take a look and see what's inside. I can tell already that the box is super cute. And get rid of my address. Oh, look at this. Whoopsie. This is where my host code is for when you order. I'll talk about that later again. All right, so paper pumpkin for August. Now, to order, you can't order this anymore, but I'm still going to share it with you to show you what you could have received. But it just shows you how paper pumpkin works when I open this box. You can see that everything that you need is going to be in this tiny little box that is so easy to throw in your bag if you're traveling. In fact, I'm going to be going on a Stampin' Up! Trip for this weekend in New Orleans, and we have not had an in-person event for a long time, and I am so looking forward to this, not only to connect with a couple of my team members who also earned this little getaway because you have to be a certain title to attend this one, but also to reconnect with a lot of demonstrator friends who I haven't seen for so long. So it is just a win-win weekend coming up. But all that being said, that I can easily throw this in my suitcase and work on these cards. I can tell already how pretty it's going to be. Okay, so when you open this up, it's a very sturdy box, and it's like a gift box in itself. So inside, first of all, you're always going to get Stampin' Spots. So we have soft suede and crushed curry, and these are so awesome because they're so tiny. They're only about, I don't know, maybe a little over an inch square, and you can use re-inker on these. So if they do get dry over time, you can easily re-ink them and keep using them. Now, look at this beautiful stamp set. There's that very pretty sunflower with the little center, and then the sayings. I'm trying to see if I can read these. For a one-of-a-kind friend, and wishing you so much happiness. Cute little font. There's some bees. Let me turn the volume off on my computer. And then this one says thank you. So, oh gosh, I make a lot of thank yous. And then hello down here. So you get a lot for your money here. All right, so this little sheet will kind of give you a little instruction card that will tell you how to make them if you want to make them just like they are made here. Looks like these are the free sheets. I know there was bonus sheets with this paper pumpkin, so that's what this is. And this shows you a little preview of what's to come. So, sometimes you can, get a subscription. You can get a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription. Some people just prefer one at a time, one a month. But I can guarantee you, I think, in my opinion, that the holidays coming up are my favorite ones. Although August isn't a holiday, but it's still a good one. But look at there. It looks like this is probably a Christmas one as well. This one's Halloween, I believe. And then another Christmas one. And I do have a little flyer to show you the Halloween. You can see that there is for sure a ghost, but you can't really tell the rest other than black paper. Again, I'm sorry that my printer colors are off, but it's called Spooky Treats. And in that one, you're going to get enough to make 18 treat boxes, 6 each of 3 designs. So if you have anyone that you like to give Halloween treats, that's going to be a great one to give. Or to get the kid. All right, then they have it nicely wrapped in tissue that usually coordinates with what you're making. And then inside, oh my goodness, look at this. It's a watercolor background. So let me pull this out and move this to the side to make a little bit more room. And let me get my little letter opener. Oh my gosh, I love watercolor anyway. And I could kind of tell from the front of the box that that's maybe what it might be. All right, let's see what is in here. First of all, the envelope is beautiful. And you always get little glue dots if you want. These are easier to carry on an airplane. I compare everything to the airplane. Oh, these are the tiny dimensionals, so you'll get a little pack of those. And let's see how many we get. Oh, and they're even different. Whoa, look at all these sticker sheets or whatever, little tags. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we will get 9 envelopes. They're all the same, just flipped differently. 9 envelopes, and I'm assuming 9 cards. And there's a green base. Let's take all the bases first. So 3 green bases, and then 3 of these watercolor sunflower looking ones. And remember, it's going to be the front and the back. There's a score line down the middle, and then the last one, oh, so pretty. Wow. All right, then we have all these little tags, and these are just punch outs, so the instructions will, show us how to do this. And then these little laser cut with the honeycomb, do you see that on the sides? Oh, that's so pretty. And then also, you get another sheet of punch out things. This is, looks like the sunflowers. We have little bee ones, more flowers. Oh my gosh. And then last we have, oh gosh, how do I explain this? It's kind of like vellum, I guess, but it's again that laser cut of the honeycomb. So right here is we have the finished product and what they look like when they're done. And so you can just kind of go around or go along like that. There's also a Facebook page that gives you alternative projects. And then this little booklet is going to show you exactly how to put these little puppies together. And so it looks very simple. They even add a ruler down the side. That's new since the last one I got, but very cute set. All right. And then let's see, what else did I want to say about this? Remember, this one is past. Sometimes you can buy refills. You just have to kind of watch the clearance rack, because once this is over with, it's officially kind of like retired. Sometimes, like I said, they do sell refills. However, on the refills, you're only going to get this part and not the the stamp sets with them. So let's see. All right, I'm gonna clear this out and then let's make a project. All right, hang tight, I'll be right back. The project we are gonna make today is actually one that I did in 2018. So I am actually casing one of my own cards, and I was so excited when I saw this paper pumpkin because I usually get rid of my my retired stamp sets. I sell those, and then I always like to use current and new. That one I was kind of sorry I got rid of because I really, really like this card. So I'm going to recreate it. If you go back to November of 2018, you'll see the original one. So let me share with you how to make this. We are going to start with the designer series paper called Sweetest Christmas. This is kind of the traditional colors, and it's just bright reds and greens, and even sweet sorbet is in there. And so the colors we're going to use today are Real Red and Garden Green. And I'm going to choose this little strip for our little side piece that's going to coordinate. I think I'm going to use this side because I chose Real Red as the card base. I think this one is Sweet Sorbet. Can you see the difference? And this one's more of the Real Red. So let's grab the card base. And this is actually 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then on the long side, I scored this at, I believe it was 3 inches right there. So actually it's 4 1/4 on this side and then 3 inches on this side. All right, so just fold on the score line and then use your bone folder to make a nice crisp edge. There you go. And then let's adhere that designer series paper, which this is 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. And we'll just add some adhesive here and just make a little, like a 1/4 inch border here. Just kind of, well, maybe a little bit smaller than that, but just put that on straight. And then we're gonna put the other side, 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, and let's adhere that side. And this is where you'll write your sentiment, and we will also stamp a little sentiment as well. So just kind of make the same amount of border there. So there's the inside of the card. Did I get that straight? Actually, it's a little bit crooked. That's the beauty of this adhesive. You can, if you do it fast enough, you can remove it and kind of reposition it. There we go, that's better. All right, now let's build the front of the card. We're gonna take the same size as this white. This is basic white. Again, it is 5 1/4 by 2 3/4. And then get some scrap paper for underneath. And then we're gonna take that beautiful sunflower image, and what we're gonna do is we are gonna build a Christmas tree with this. So what you do is start at the top, and we're gonna kind of go at a triangle. So start at the top, however tall you want the tree to be. Maybe you want to leave a little bit of room for a star. And we're just going to start stamping randomly down, and you're going to try to make an angle here because of that's the shape of a tree. So just kind of, it's going to look funky at first, but just try to keep working on that angle going down here, and it'll get wider at the bottom, and kind of twist your stamp so it's not always the same. And now we are just going to go to town and just keep stamping, and the more you stamp, the darker the tree is going to get. And don't always stamp in the same place twice. You can see it's a little darker towards that circle in the middle, so make sure you get that circle. That's what's going to make color there, the green. And just kind of keep going to town. You can make it as dense or light, but I want mine nice and dark green, so I'm going to go and keep stamping. Like I said, that middle of the circle is what's actually filling in the white space. So you want to make sure you get the inner circle is what's making it darker. All right, I think just a little bit in that gap there. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, now I feel like this needs a little bit of red. So we are going to add, I actually took, believe it or not, I went to a cup of tea, and there's a little flower here that I know it doesn't really resemble a poinsettia because the petals are a little bit rounded, but we're still going to be able to bring some color in. So I'm going to use Real Red. By the way, if I didn't tell you, that's Garden Green, and I just chose that because that's the color that coordinates with that paper that I just showed you. And even though you're stamping on green, it's still going to show through as red. So just not too many of them, just kind of random like that. All right, now we're going to use the same red, and we're going to stamp 'Tis the Season in the upper right corner, like that. Whoops, I kind of goofed a little bit there. And then let's turn this over, I moved a little bit when I stamped, but it's all right. You get the gist of it. Then let's just adhere this to the front of the card like this. And if you want, if you have some little red pearls or white pearls, you can put those in the center of the flowers. That will add a little bit. And then we're just going to stamp the inside sentiment, and I'm going to go with the traditional Merry Christmas in real red and just finish it off like that. Now, while we're at it here, I am going to grab my adhesive backed curls because I think it will add a little bit more in my take your pick tool. And let's just add silver, red, gold. I think we'll do red. We'll do tone on tone. And I think it's just going to bring out those flowers a little bit more. And these are really fun to work with. In fact, these are soft seafoam. And if I ever want a different color, these are easily colored with blends to make any different color that you want. I've even done yellow on those. So don't feel like you have to use that always as the green. All right, that does add a lot. All right, there is our finished card. And these are super easy and fast to mass produce if you make a lot of Christmas cards, but I just mainly wanted to show you that you don't always have to use paper pumpkin stamps in what they were intended for. It's really fun to come up with different cards. Even though I did this one in 2018, it's still kind of new this year. And so just a fun little way to turn a sunflower into a Christmas tree. Now, the other thing I want to share with you is my Creative You projects. For anyone that orders from my online store and uses the host code, which is right here for August, and their orders over $35, you will receive 3 free Creative You projects. They are things that I came up with for my live class where people come to my home for classes, but I do the same class for those of you who are online. So all you have to do is purchase $35 or more and use that host code, and then I will send those projects to you for free along with a PDF emailed to you. Now remember, celebration is going on, so if you just bump it up another $15 and hit the $50 mark, you will earn even more free product with that. So that's just a little bit of incentive for you. Well, I thank you so much for joining me today. And remember, if you haven't tried paper pumpkin before, go ahead and give it a try. You can try it 1 month at a time and just see if you like it. You can do a 3-month subscription, a 6-month, a 12-month, and you can cancel at any time. A 1-month subscription is $23 and shipping is included in that. Well, thank you again, and we will see you next Tuesday morning. I do my YouTube Lives every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock Arizona time. Thanks again, guys, and we will see you next week.